Hi Scorpio, this is Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How are you? Doing a little zip around the zodiac and having a closer look at the energies that are playing out from the vantage points of the zodiac. So, if Scorpio features heavily in your sign, whether it's your sun sign or it's appearing in one of those other aspects, if Scorpio is big for you, there might be something in this reading. We have a quick look at how your health, wealth, and love/relationships are playing out with a quick read. I like these reads to move pretty quickly because energies change. They change from day to day and week to week through the zodiac. So just let's have a quick look at the vantage points and see what's going on with your health, Scorpio. Health, we've got the Hierophant. Wealth, we've got the Five of Wands, and relationships or love, we have got the Two of Swords. Righto. So let's get some clarifiers on those. Let's have a quick look in your health sector. What have we? Oh, that wasn't how I intended that to go. In your health sector, we've got the Hierophant. What's our clarifier? What's our clarifier for the Hierophant? Let's have a look at that and see what we've got. We've got the Page of Swords. A clarifier for the Five of Wands, we've got the Ace of Swords. And for our Two of Wands in your love sector, we've got the Ten of Swords. Been a busy time of healing and growing by the look of that. Let's straighten them up a little bit and see what we've got in our health sector. Looking for a bit of advice on how to improve your health, or looking to communicate with somebody on how to improve what you're doing. The Hierophant comes around when we need a mentor or we need wisdom, looking for that next level of being. And over here, the Page of Swords is, it's that fast-paced communication, and perhaps maybe you're following someone who presents on YouTube. Maybe you need to see a doctor or a specialist or somebody who has some level of wisdom about what you're trying to do to learn and grow as them. When I say you might be following someone on YouTube, you might be doing exercise videos, you might be meditating, you might be doing some form of self-help. This is fast-paced energy. He's a fast communicator, and why I always kind of look at him at social media is I see that little F in the corner there that reminds me of Facebook. It's a tree blowing in the wind, but when I see it, it reminds me of Facebook. But it would definitely be looking to look for a mentor or a higher place of education to improve your health and well-being at the moment, Scorpio. So that's a deliberate effort on that front to make those changes in your wealth sector. Maybe we have been through a little bit of drama, or we're going through a little bit of drama. Five of Wands is a little bit of pissy energy comes through there. Like, sorry to use that word, but I find this card, it's like that irritation energy, or it's frustrating. And it's like you'll pick an argument. I call it the who left the coffee pot on, let's have an argument card. So it's not major agitation, but it's enough agitation to get you feeling frustrated. So whatever's playing out with your money right now, like, it's not a major drama, but it's enough to get you frustrated. Good news is the Ace of Swords comes in to offer some respite on that front. It'll start to cut through this I call it pissy energy. I know it's not a great word, but like it's this frustration around this energy, and give you clarity around what you need to do. The Ace of Swords really will give you focus, and I'm going to look for that to come in for you after August 27th. It's like this energy will be clean away, and you'll be able to lock in on what it is that you need to do. Clarity's coming, focus is coming in the sector of your health and in the sector of your finances. Health too, look, you're going to have a mentor help you with that. In the corner of your relationships is where I see the most challenging energy, Scorpio, because we have this Two of Swords here. So perhaps you've got a level of confusion and you don't know what to do. It seems you've been through a pretty dramatic scenario, and the reason you're confused is because you've been through a pretty dramatic scenario here. This Ten of Swords with all the swords in your back, that's painful. Hey, face down in the dirt with all of these swords sticking up, and nobody here to help you take them out. And here you don't know where to go. Do I stay or do I go now? Do I talk to them? Do I not talk to them? And the only respite you get from that is to lean into the divine. You can't see what you're meant to be doing. it feels very, very confusing, and it feels like there's two schools of thought. Is this person lying to me? Are they telling the truth? Now, this is going to play out differently for different people naturally, because there's a lot of Scorpios in the world. So the way that you've endured this hurt is going to play out differently for everybody else. But what I'm picking up is some definitive, I want to say that it's two schools of thought, like, can I trust, can I not trust? I mean, and that's definitely what comes in with the swords, but has somebody been red hot lying to you, Scorpio? And you're a bit of a mysterious character on any given day, and perhaps you've taken what's happened to you and you've made it very personal and you've tucked it away, and perhaps you don't want to talk, you don't want to see people, you don't want to deal, you just want to sit alone with this confrontation that is playing out with you of the thought A and thought B, whatever thought A and thought B are for you, whether it's did they lie, did they not lie, did they cheat, did they not cheat. However this Ten of Swords came to occur, you've got two schools of thought about it, which is particularly challenging. Let's have a bit of a deeper dig. What have you got as the Divine Love Oracle? I'm not myself. I'm not myself. How can you be yourself under this love energy when somebody has played out this scenario with you? And this is what I was saying here. It's sitting outside of your physicality. It's wanting to move into an internal space to deal with whatever pain has played out on this side. Let's have a look. What's the next level we've got as an oracle? Keep your temper. Wow. Yeah, righto. So this would suggest that whoever has caused this scenario for you will be coming back around to, for another round of conversation. And at the moment, you're not in a position to be able to have a healthy conversation. Because you haven't come to conclusions on what you actually think or what you actually know about the scenario, you're liable under that energy to want to fire up. And that's not outside of the realms of possibility. We've actually had Mars move into Gemini, which actually does promote that intense confrontational communication. And we also have, Mercury in Virgo is a very logical energy. That's Mercury's moving into Libra very, very soon, as of the 25th. So this is why it might feel like you're in two schools of thought, because you've got Mercury moving into Libra, which should balance out communication. Then you've got Mars and Gemini here that goes, just want to rip you a new one. I'm pretty fired up about the way that you've treated me, and the process that you're going through actually feels quite magnified. And when something's magnified for a Scorpio, who knows how that's going to play out. Scorpios are mysterious creatures when they swim in those depths. How deep are you swimming under this mask that you're hiding around what's actually going on? I'm not myself says that I don't think you've got to the bottom of this energy or how this disruption has affected you. But if this person comes back round looking for any level of redemption, maybe they're going to start to see that Scorpio is not going to just hide in the shadows. They're actually going to come out swinging. Ooh, that's some interesting energy there, Scorpio. What have we got as our next oracle? Oh, say no. Ooh. Again, I'm feeling this energy of somebody representing, wanting to talk to you about this damage that has been done. I don't think you're in the mindset to deal with them, Scorpio. I really don't. I don't think you have enough clarity on the situation, and I don't think you're fully in your true persona to be able to deal with this. Looks like the advice that's coming in for you right now is, if communication comes through from this person who's done this damage and it's not fair and equitable communication, and it doesn't put you into a healthy space, it just sets you into this feeling like you want to quite literally lose your temper, like it says here, say no. It's okay to say no and not have to deal with someone who's provoking you in a toxic manner. If you feel like there's still some healing to go, and let's face it, Ten of Swords does bring you to the end of the painful episode, I just don't think you've got to resolve yet with truly what you think about has happened. And until you can get to the bottom of the tank on what's actually played out and how you sit in it, I don't think it's a healthy scenario to bring somebody in, because losing your temper is not your style. You're much more subtle than that. Man, if Scorpio's going to get revenge or square someone up, it's not going to be because they lose their temper. That's not you, is it? Scorpio, you don't lose your temper at people as a general rule. But here, look at your shadow self over here. It's sitting well outside of you. So shadow self over here doing its, and like I said, deep, 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 not looking at the outside world or processing the scenario necessarily, but sitting deep in the shadows. Say no to losing your temper. This process does want to resolve. The 10 is resolution. Let's have a look at your 65 days. And this is all about higher consciousness thoughts. Move lightly through the world. Isn't that funny? You know what I was just saying? Here's you and here's your shadow. Here's your shadow space, and it's saying move lightly through the world. Let's see what it's got to say. What's the energy of this card? Our energy field stretches out meters in front of us and is loaded with the truth of who we are. So when we meet other people, by default, we feel the energy before we experience your reality. Consider how you want your energy to be received by others and take conscious action to lighten your impact. Fill your energy field with love, light, and kindness. Oh, Scorpio, what is going on with you? I am not myself. So what are you presenting in the world, or how do you want to be received? Your energy field is going to be met before you do. Somebody else's energy field is going to be met before you meet them. I am not myself. It's normally you to retreat into the shadows. It's not normally you to have to be told that you need to keep your temper. So I think this is a challenging time for you, Scorpio, in your love life and in your relationship sector, that whoever comes forth, if they provoke you while you are not feeling in the truth of who you are, I think they're going to get a very, very different energy from what they're used to, and it might be a little bit shocking. So when it says move lightly through the world, if you're going to invite this person in, think about how you want to be received. Maybe you just want to say no. Maybe you say, it's not the time for me to have this conversation. I haven't got to resolution about how I feel. I'm not yet myself. My shadow and me are sitting aside from each other. And Scorpio, nobody sits with their shadow self better than you do. Nobody manipulates the energies of the shadows better than you do. You understand these mysteries. You are able to dance with them more effectively than any of the other signs to see you want to lose your temper. So yeah, that's a provocation, isn't it? So wherever you can through the next little chapter, the advice from Spirit is move as lightly as you can, because you and your shadow, they is having a moment. Righto, Scorpio. In faith, hope, and love, sending you so much blessings, and hope that you get through this next little shift in energy, feeling as settled and as grounded and as balanced as you possibly can. And when you're not, it's okay to say no. In faith, hope, and love. Talk to you again soon.